Hey y'all, welcome to Restless Chipotle Kitchen. Today we are making the easiest pumpkin pie that you ever made in your life. You are going to love it, no baking required. Easiest pumpkin pie you've ever made, so delicious. You're going to need a graham cracker crust or a butter cookie crust or some kind of crumb crust that you don't have to bake. You can either get it from the store, just already done like this, or I have several recipes for crumb crusts on the blog, and I'll post the main one below. But you're going to need a crumb crust. Now, you could put it in a regular pastry crust without any problem at all, but you're going to need to bake that regular pastry crust before you start your pie, because this filling does not get baked, okay? All right, so you're going to need a crust. You're going to need canned pumpkin, and this is a bigger can than what I'm going to need. I'm only going to need about half of this, but this is the magic right here. 100% pure pumpkin. And if you look on the side where the ingredients are listed, hang on, let me find it. Right here, it says ingredient, and the only ingredient listed is pumpkin. You do not want one of the big cans of pumpkin pie filling. You want 100% pure pumpkin. Okay, that's important. You're going to need 2 boxes of instant vanilla pudding. Cool Whip, also more than you're going to need. I got a big thing of it, and I'll probably only use about half of it. You're going to want evaporated milk, or milk, that's fine, and sugar, cream cheese, ginger, cloves, and cinnamon, and about a tablespoonful of heavy whipping cream. And when that all comes together, that is going to be probably the most delicious pie that you've ever tasted, or at least one of them. So good. All right, let's get started. We're going to set the pie crust aside because we don't need it for now. So I'm going to take the cream cheese and the sugar, and 1 tablespoon of the heavy cream. And I'm going to whisk this together until it's well blended. So it's best if you keep the cream cheese, if you bring it to room temperature, because you can literally just mix it up with this. Since I didn't bring this to room temperature, I'm going to put it in the microwave for just a minute and soften it up. That way it'll be easy to whisk up. All right, this should be easier. You want it to be easy to whisk up, but you also don't want it to be so warm that it messes with the Cool Whip. So let me just whisk this right up. You want it to be as smooth as possible, because if there's lumps, there's going to be lumps in the cheesecake layer of your pumpkin pie. I will tell you right now, I do not like these whisks with the silicone outside. I have this one because it was given to me. I have not replaced it. When my regular whisk broke, I started using this, and I'm still using it because I'm too lazy to go to the store and get a new one. But it's really best if you get a good quality whisk that's all metal, because you don't get a weird bend in it when you're doing the whisking up. And this is making it a lot harder than it needs to be. But as you can see, it's nice and creamy. So we're done with that part of it. We're going to need half of the Cool Whip, or half of the 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. I have got a 16-ounce container. Yes, I have a 16-ounce container. So half of the 8-ounce container would be 4 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh this out so that I get the right amount. So we're talking 4 ounces of Cool Whip, either half an 8-ounce container, or weigh it out for 4 ounces, or I'll measure this for you when I get it weighed out to get a better idea. 4.1 ounces. And that looks to be about 1.5 cups. Let's see. So there's a cup, 1.5 cups. So if you got a big thing of Cool Whip and you don't know how much 4 ounces is because you don't have a scale, it's about 1.5 cups. Of course, if you got the right size Cool Whip, unlike me, then you won't have to do that at all. I'm going to fold this in, over and under, until we get it really good and mixed in. This is just a little bit harder, I think. Folding the Cool Whip in is harder than when you fold it into other things because it's white and it's really kind of hard to tell when it's all folded in. So just keep an eye on it. Boy, that's good. Keep an eye on it and do your best. Now, once this pie is all put together, the thing that takes the longest is chilling it. You want to chill it for at least 4 hours. Overnight is better. It'll cut nicer, and the slices will be prettier if you do it overnight, but 4 hours minimum, okay? All right, we've got that done. See how fluffy that is? It's the cream cheese and the Cool Whip. Now we're going to take our crust and we're going to spread our Cool Whip and cream cheese mixture right in the bottom of that crust. Kind of push it down. It doesn't need to be fluffy. Keep in mind that the pumpkin mixture is going to go on top of that. So you want to kind of push it down a little bit, get it into all of the corners. Well, I guess a round pie crust doesn't really have corners, but you know what I mean. And try to get it even too. All right, I think I've played with it enough. So we're going to take this out of the way. We're going to need 15 ounces of pure pumpkin, and I have more than that here. So I'm going to weigh that again. I'll use half of it, and then I'll use the other half of it for maybe pumpkin bread. That sounds good. All right, that's 100% pure pumpkin. That's exactly what you want. It's thick and not runny, and again, on the ingredients, it will say pumpkin. It won't say anything else. And a pound. All right, to that pumpkin, we're going to add 2 packages of instant vanilla pudding mix. And this is the 3.4 ounce size of instant vanilla pudding mix. So we're going to add 2 of those. 1. 2. That helps it thicken up without baking it, without eggs. Perfect. And for this, we're going to need a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, maybe a little more because I really like it, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, which I also really love. All right, now that comes to approximately 1 3/4 teaspoons, and you can use two teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. I would round it up to 2 teaspoons just to make it easy. If you don't have the cinnamon and cloves and ginger, you can even put a little nutmeg in there if you want to. Okay. I'm gonna mix this up. I probably needed to get a bigger bowl. Do y'all notice I do this a whole lot? It's ridiculous. I know better than to start with such a small bowl. All right, so we're gonna mix that up, and then we're going to take our evaporated milk or regular milk, whole milk. I wouldn't use low fat in here. I like evaporated milk because I think it makes the, there's something in the process of the evaporation process that changes the structure of the milk, and it makes puddings and things like that, sauces, much creamier than regular milk, I think. But you don't necessarily need it. So I just need 1 cup. And I'm going to probably get a bigger bowl so I can stir this without making a huge mess. We'll see. Yep, I'm gonna get a bigger bowl. Well, it's been a while since I have been doing a lot of cooking. I've been at my son and daughter-in-law's for a month because they were both away on doing military things. And so I stayed with my grandkids, 2 and 3-year-old, for a month. And that's why there's been such a big gap between the videos. I thought that I could do video while I was there, but that didn't work out. And so I came home, and I've only been home a few days, and I thought, well, I've been wanting to get this video done. I'll just get it done. But I have made so many mess ups and mistakes on this because I'm just not used to doing video, because it's something that, I mean, maybe you're used to it or you're good at it or whatever. I'm not really good at this. And so it takes me practice, and I'm out of the habit. And honestly, with one of these kind of videos, you don't really get second chances. It's already, you know, in there, and you can tell that I'm mixing it. So anyway, that's my sob story. So you want to just whisk this all together until it thickens up, which it already has. I'm going to keep whisking it. I want to make sure that there's no lumps in there. And I'm going to grab a spoon and give it a taste to make sure that the spices are the way I want them to be. Oh, that's so good. All right. If you aren't serving to children and you want to put a tablespoon of bourbon in there, I won't tell. Very good that way. Thickening up nicely. So now I'm going to take this and we are going to spread it right on top. And make sure that you go all the way to the bottom when you're stirring so that you don't have a layer of pudding mix down there, because it needs to be in with the pumpkin in order for this to work. This does not have a thick custard consistency. It's got a thick cream pie consistency. So keep that in mind. It's never going to be like a regular pumpkin pie. It just doesn't have that consistency. And this recipe is on the blog with all the nutrition information, like pretty much all of the recipes I do on YouTube come from the blog. And if you go over there, if you click on the link, it's got all the nutrition information and usually more tips and storage ideas and, you know, all the stuff. So be sure to head over there too. I appreciate it. There's our 2-layer pumpkin pie. Usually you can put these plastic things right back on and it does really well. This is so full that if I try to do that, it's going to mess up. So I'm going to get some plastic wrap. I'm not 100% sure what I have and what I don't have. As I said, I've only been home for a couple of days. and some no stick cooking spray, and I'm going to spray the plastic wrap with the no stick cooking spray. And then when I put it, and I know I've showed you all this before, but we always have new people watching, so when I put it over the pie, it will keep most of the filling from coming up on the plastic wrap. So what I'm going to do is chill this for 4 hours, and then I'll be back. So here we go. I'll see y'all back here in about 4.5 hours. Okay, y'all, here we go. It's been in the fridge for about 4 hours, and then I put it in the freezer for just about 15 minutes, kind of hoping to get a prettier slice off of it. Remember, I sprayed it with the non-stick cooking spray, and that really helped all of this not to stick. Again, it's even better when this is set overnight, so keep that in mind. Now, there's 2 ways to do this pie. You can leave it like this and then just put dollops of Cool Whip on top, and that honestly makes it a little easier to cut. Or you can just cover the whole top with Cool Whip and leave it at that. Since we already know that these probably aren't going to be beautiful, pretty slices, I'm just going to put Cool Whip on the top. Like that. And I'm probably not going to take it all the way out to the sides. In fact, I'm not going to take it all the way out to the sides. Leave a little ring around there, just like that. And then I'm going to garnish it with a little nutmeg. This is a whole nutmeg. You can get it without it being ground, and then you can grate it fresh, and honestly, the flavor and smell of it is so different. This is a very old grater that my parents had, and my dad used it to grate nutmeg over the eggnog at Christmas time, and so I just like to use this. But the nutmeg will grates really easy, and it's kind of soft, and you can do this with a regular grater too, and that just gives it a nice little garnish, I think. Okay, now for the important part, which is the cutting. Let's just cut it straight down like that. Wipe the knife off. And give it another cut, straight down like that. Wipe the knife off. And now here's the tricky part. If this has chilled overnight, it's a lot easier to get out. So please, if there's any way that you can spend the time to chill it overnight, please do. Okay, and here's the slice. You can see the layers on it. I don't want to turn it sideways too much. You can see the layers on it. The crust, the cream cheese, the pumpkin, and the whipped topping on top, and then garnished with our nutmeg. Y'all, this is so delicious. It is so good, and it's so easy. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this pumpkin pie. It is so good. The cream cheese layer, the pumpkin spice layer, and then a layer of Cool Whip, and then the nutmeg on top. So good. So creamy, so easy. It's perfect for just a casual fall dinner, but if you want to use it for Thanksgiving, everybody's going to be thrilled. They're not going to miss the classic pumpkin pie, okay? I promise. This stuff is delicious. All right, y'all. Well, that's it for this week. I know I haven't been here in a while. I had to go to my son and daughter-in-law's house and babysit for a month while my son and daughter-in-law were gone on military things. So, but I'm back now, so we're back to normal videos. And so hopefully there'll be a video next week. It'll be something wonderful. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but kind of in the mood for Christmas cookies. All right, y'all. Have a great day. I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a nice comment, a thumbs up, and I'll talk to y'all next week, okay? All right. Bye-bye.